Yesterday, when I was speaking with my friend Alan, I said to him, why did we have to fly from Harare to this place to promote intra-African trade fair? He said, Humphrey, just hold on. After the event tomorrow, you will understand why. And what I've seen today is very exciting. Now, before the end of the event, I can tell you I understand why. The energy in the room is very promising. It shows that people are really looking towards participating and being part of the big thing happening, which is the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. And they are looking for help. They're looking for support. They're crying for support. I'm pleased to hear the initiatives from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Commerce and Industry, it is called, about how to support local manufacturers. Yes, trade facilitation is very good, but you must always support it with finance. I think as I was sitting there listening to her, I told myself there will be need for us to have a conversation to see how we can support the initiatives with finance. But of course, as we talk about industrialization in Africa, Afrexim Bank, as a trade finance bank for Africa, has crafted a few initiatives, some of which I'm thinking would be relevant to all the questions I've heard here today. Industrializing through special economic zones, through industrial parks, manufactured exports, retooling facilities. I think the textile guy, you may need some sort of a retooling to enable you to be able to produce using today's technology. Now you have all the raw materials in Zimbabwe. I don't know why you'll have to import raw material. You have cotton and all those other things. I don't know why you have to import from South Africa to produce here and then whether you export back or sell here. Cotton used to be one of the highest export earners for Zimbabwe in the past. What has happened to it? And that's why we need to speak, to see how we can support the Ministry of Trade and Commerce to assist yourselves to manufacture enough to compete on the African continent stage. Now, that is me speaking from the sense I get in the room. I have a prepared speech, which I'm going to read. Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade as represented. Minister of Industry and Commerce as represented. The Egyptian ambassador to Egypt, Ambassador Sawa as represented. The indefatigable CEO of ZimTrade, my dear brother, Mr. Majuru. Honored guests, Zimbabwean business executives, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And thank you so much for attending and being patient. I know we started a bit late. The Zimbabwe IATF high-level roadshow. It is indeed my very great honor to address you this afternoon on this subject. As organizers of the Inter-African Trade Fair, which is being held in Cairo, Egypt, I believe we've heard the dates, 9th to 15th of November this year, Afrexim Bank, along with the African Union Commission, the AFCFTA Secretariat, and the government of the Arab Republic of Egypt, greatly encourage you to attend the IATF 2023 in Cairo. This high-level business roadshow is geared to enthuse you with the multiple reasons you should attend IATF. Zimbabwe and Africa, generally, African countries generally, are at a transformational moment in history to accelerate economic growth, development, and prosperity. The drivers of this momentous occasion include the African Continental Free Trade Area's creation of a single market, and we've heard that number, of 1.4 billion people, the largest single market ever created in the world, with a combined GDP of $3.5 trillion US, is game-changing for Africa. Africa's rapidly growing and predominantly youth population will turbocharge consumer demand. This will be further accelerated by the huge increase in Africa's middle classes. Zimbabwe currently has an average age of 18 and a population of about 16.7 million, which is forecast to grow to almost 30 million by 2050. Our continent, Africa, is endowed with huge reserves of natural resources, minerals, and metals. Zimbabwe, in turn, is blessed with significant reserves of gold, platinum group metals, chrome, coal, diamonds, and lithium, amongst others. The most amazing and attractive investment opportunities are available across multiple sectors on the continent and in Zimbabwe. These and more offer huge potential for industrialization, and that's the word we've heard a lot today, diversification, trade growth, and investment opportunities across Africa. For you, our esteemed Zimbabwean business owners and managers. It heralds a golden age, and I urge you to grasp the opportunity. I genuinely believe that you should attend IATF 2023 in Cairo to broaden your awareness. Again, for my friend, that is very, very important because of the sessions that we have on the side of that. Your contact networks on how to grow your intra-African trade. Let me pause here to thank ZimTrade for being an enabler and galvanizer of Zimbabwe's consistent participation in previous IATF events. IATF 2023 is the African continent premier trade event. It is forecast to host over 1,600 exhibitors, 35,000 visitors, and buyers, potentially resulting in US $43 billion of trade and investment deals. Its many attractions include the exhibition stand, which provide unrivaled opportunities to showcase your goods and services to thousands of buyers and stakeholders from across African continent and beyond. There is also an IATF Virtual, which is a digital platform that is available all year round, connecting buyers and sellers. It enables users to track every lead, interaction, and inquiry, making follow-ups easier and more convenient. It brings together on a digital platform exhibitors and visitors from all sectors and provides a platform for attendees and non-attendees alike to connect in real time before, during, and after the physical IATF event. So you should take advantage of it. There will be business-to-business and business-to-government exchange, which provide opportunities for matchmaking, business exchanges, and conclusion of business and investment deals, supported by a dedicated Africa Buyers Program, who are buyers that the bank is financing to attend this event to identify sources of their purchases. There will be conferences that will feature leading African and international speakers, and a variety of sessions dealing with African trade and investment. It will feature a wide range of dedicated sessions on trade and investment opportunities under the AFCFTA. That's why you should come, you should attend it. And we'll also include training workshops covering exporting, standards, and marketing. You can choose which conference sessions and workshops to attend. The CANEX Summit, also known as Creative Africa Nexus, and live theater program will bring together creatives from across the continent and the diaspora as well to showcase, exhibit, and network with policymakers, prominent investors, financiers, thought leaders, etc. It will feature top brands, artists, musicians, producers, and distributors, and is geared to be the biggest gathering of creatives on the African continent. There will be an automobile show dedicated to auto exhibition, auto forum, and business-to-business, business-to-government exchange for the auto industry. It will provide a platform for vehicle manufacturers, vehicle assemblers, original equipment manufacturers, component suppliers, and other automotive industry service providers to exhibit their products and also to interact with potential buyers and suppliers. There will also be an African Union youth startup, which is dedicated for youth startups in Africa to showcase their goods and services. It will provide them with opportunities for matchmaking with venture capitalists, entrepreneurship training, networking amongst youth. Let me now touch briefly on Zimbabwe's intra-African trade. I think we've spoken about it a bit. In 2020, 55% of Zimbabwe's exports were to the rest of Africa, totaling $2.4 billion US. However, 71% of that went to South Africa, 17% to Mozambique, 5% to Uganda, 2% each to Kenya and Zambia. That means Zimbabwe's intra-African trade were essentially to 5 countries out of 54 on the African continent. This provides huge opportunities for you and those that have ambitions beyond the borders of Zimbabwe. In terms of products, Zimbabwe's main intra-African exports were unmanufactured tobacco, which was 30% of total trade, nickel ores and concentrates at 25%, gold, platinum, and ferroalloys amounting to 9% and 6% respectively. Again, as we've discussed today, this provides huge opportunities for processing, for beneficiation, and value addition. In the same year, 2020, 60% of Zimbabwe's imports were from other African countries, with maize accounting for just 9%. Then you import electrical energy, soybean oil, fertilizers, and every other thing, which accounted for between 2% and 5%. We must congratulate Zimbabwe, though, for the percentage of its intra-African trade, which is way ahead of Africa's average of around 15 to 16%. Nevertheless, the AFCFTA single market and progressive elimination of tariffs will open up trade for Zimbabwe to many other African markets beyond SADC and COMESA. As the Trade Finance Bank for Africa, Afrexim Bank is here to help you. And we have a comprehensive suite of trade and project finance products, export development products, guarantees, and trade information and advisory products to boost and diversify Africa's trade both within Africa and globally. One of the impediments to intra-African trade has long been the lack of market information about what products and services are available in other African countries. And Afreximbank, through our Africa Trade Gateway Solutions, which enables customers to complete all their transactions within one digital window, can help solve that problem. The Gateway Solutions comprises of our recently launched Trader Club, which is a member-driven network to empower businesses to grow their intra-African trade. Members can access dedicated export support, post and respond to new business opportunities, and more. The Africa Trade Exchange, which is a business-to-business and business-to-government e-commerce platform that helps small and medium enterprises to access new markets across Africa and optimize their supply chains. It also enables bulk procurement of basic commodities to ensure access to suppliers in a transparent manner. The Africa Gateway Connect, which connects businesses with freight and logistics services across Africa. It enables businesses to get quotes for the pickup and delivery of goods to and from any location in Africa at competitive prices. The Pan-African Payment and Settlement System enables efficient payment for intra-African trade in local currencies. It facilitates intra-African trade, minimizes risks, and drives financial integration across Africa. Together, the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, the Intra-African Trade Fair 2023, and Afreximbank's wide range of products, programs, facilities, and initiatives offers you, Zimbabwean entrepreneurs, an unmissable opportunity to transform and grow your intra-African trade and businesses. I, therefore, urge you to take advantage and sign up to attend IATF 2023 in Cairo, Egypt, from the 9th to the 15th of November. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank the organizers of this event, ZimTrade, for their unwavering determination and commitment to improving Zimbabwe's development through trade. ZimTrade has been at the vanguard of Zimbabwe's exports by proactively seeking to open different markets for Zimbabwe's producers. You may already know that in 2021 edition in Durban, ZimTrade's pavilion won 2 awards as adjudged by independent panel constituted by Afreximbank. We look forward to even more awards this year, and we stand ready to support you. I thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Mr. Humphrey Nugo. Key elements that he spoke about that I will not go back to reiterate, but a lot has been shared today, and we have identified some key areas that we all need to work on. But the number one thing is that we should all look to promote businesses in Africa, to connect with the Africa markets. That is the most important thing that we should be walking away with. So as businesses, that's the question that we should be asking ourselves. How do I do that? And you can do that by attending the Intra-Africa Trade Fair in Cairo. Yes, we need to promote, to buy Africa, to buy Zimbabwe and promote our products, but also we need to be visible to the African markets, and through such initiatives, we can be able to do that.